What's going on, guys? Today I've got the Xiaomi POCO X3 NFC and the realme 7 Pro here. So I've got the realme 7 Pro in my left hand in this lovely blue color here. This is mirror blue here, and then I've got the Xiaomi POCO X3 in cobalt blue in my right hand here as well. So what I've done already is I've preloaded some Antutu Benchmark tests onto these, and I've installed Call of Duty mobiles, both of these. So we can do a sort of side-by-side comparison and come to a conclusion to which phone is better bang for your buck and better value. Before we get into the gaming though and the Antutu test, what I am going to do first off is go through a few of the specs so we can see if there's any key differences there that can sort of give us an inkling to which phone is going to perform better in that Antutu test at the end. To start off, we'll talk about the displays. Now, both of these devices have absolutely stunning displays, but they are in different sort of forms. So the Xiaomi has an LCD display, however it is 120 Hz refresh rate. So if you're looking at gaming, this phone is already ringing those gaming alarm bells. You know this phone is basically geared towards gaming. However, although the realme 7 Pro does only have a 60 Hz refresh rate, it is an incredible looking AMOLED display. So that is the reason for that drop in Hertz refresh rate. And as I said, the realme 7 Pro is not really geared for gaming as such. It can handle games very well, very smoothly. However, it's more geared towards your average everyday phone that can do everything at an incredible rate, whereas the Xiaomi typically, and it seems to me like it's geared more towards the gaming side of things. Moving on to the chipsets, the Xiaomi has a Snapdragon 732G chipset, which is a well-known gaming chipset, whereas the Realme has a Snapdragon 720G, a great chipset as well, sort of neck and neck. Both have that G for gaming at the end of it, so both clearly have some sort of gaming gear towards them there. Although I do feel like perhaps the Xiaomi may look better on games, I do think that maybe the Realme might perform better, and that might be down to the fact that you can get 8 gigs of RAM in the Realme compared to only 6 gig on the top variant of the Xiaomi. So you're going to be getting that little RAM boost there on the Realme, and therefore games should run a bit smoother. Moving on to the camera aspects, both have a 64 megapixel main camera. However, when you move on to selfies, the Xiaomi's got a 20 megapixel selfie camera and the Realme has an incredible 32 megapixel selfie camera, so selfies are going to look a little bit better on the Realme there. Battery wise, the Xiaomi clearly takes the cake here. It has got a massive 5160 mAh battery packed inside this unit compared to 4500 on the Realme 7 Pro, which is still an impressive battery. However, the Xiaomi is going to last you that little bit longer. That being said, when your battery does run out and you go to charge it, both have great wattage chargers. However, the Realme has a 65 watt charger and the Xiaomi has a 35 watt charger, which does mean you're going to be getting to 62% in 30 minutes on the Xiaomi and 50% in 12 minutes on the Realme, and you'll be getting that full 100% on that Realme in 34 minutes with 100% in 65 minutes on the Xiaomi, which are both incredibly quick. However, the Realme is clearly significantly quicker there at charging. That will be due to the faster wattage charger and the slightly smaller battery. Now, finally, the final point I'm going to make is that price tag. Now, the Xiaomi is $249.99 and the Realme is £279. So the Realme is more expensive there, and it does have slightly better specs in that case. It's about £20 difference. There is a cheaper variant of the Xiaomi, which is only $199. However, that does have less ROM, but that does make it more of a significant difference, but it is going to be less storage, but storage on both of these is also expandable. So there you go, guys. What do you think? Which one do you think is going to do better? Make sure you leave us a comment below to which one you think is going to win. But now we're going to move on to the Cod Mobile here, just so you can see a bit of gaming side by side. So when we open up this Xiaomi, you can see here it's sort of basic stuff. However, it does come preloaded with a lot of apps, and it does have ads already on the device, which is something that a lot of people don't really like to see on their devices. Now, the reasoning for these ads is to bring down that overall price tag, as obviously they get paid per unit that they add these sort of ads onto. So that is sort of the payoff for the Xiaomi. You're getting basically a flagship value phone. However, you do have those ads and games already pre-installed, which can be a little bit irritating. So we'll move on to the bit of gaming here now. I've got Call of Duty loaded up.
Standby.
I cannot shoot. So now we're going to jump into the Antutu Benchmark here. So I'm going to line these up side by side. This is the Xiaomi here on the right and the Realme on the left there. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up Antutu for you, and we will do the Antutu Benchmark. You can really see the difference in screens there, obviously with that beautiful AMOLED display on the Realme 7 Pro, and that you can probably see a better refresh rate on the LCD display of the Xiaomi. So again, it's just personal preference which one you prefer. So as you can see here, the Realme did take the cake there with 289,125 compared to 284,766 on the Xiaomi, and you can see all of these little stats here and all the information. Obviously there's some more information there, and this shows you all of the sort of hardware details as I was mentioning before, but you can see all that online if you wanted to anyway. If we just jump back, you can see if we click into a more sort of detailed view, there's some more information on these, and if you want to see any of this information, just click that pause button now and you should be able to see any info that you wanted to see. But there you go guys, there's their scores. But that's about it for this video guys. So clearly you can see there that although the Xiaomi is cheaper, it's clearly got a few lower specs, but it is an incredible phone, and I do think that basically there isn't a better phone at that price point that you could possibly get. However, the main drawback, and the majority of people have been saying this online, is the fact that it comes loaded with that sort of bloatware stuff, that those apps and those ads, and it has become increasingly more difficult to skip those ads, and it is a bit of annoyance for me, and that is a deal breaker for me generally, and that would be why I'd spend £20 more and go on to the Realme, which just seems like a bit of a cleaner experience. And although it may have, you know, a slower refresh rate and a smaller battery, I just think overall as a jack of all trades type phone, the Realme 7 Pro is better suited for me, and I would rather spend that £20 and get a phone that is more geared towards myself. But yeah, overall guys, tell me what you think, which phone you think is better, and which phone you think that if you had the choice between, you would go for. If you have any questions about either of these phones or anything at all, please leave them in the comments below and we'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you very much for watching guys. Make sure if you like this type of video, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.